Hello, and welcome back to No Limits Health and Wellness. I'm Graham, and this is Oscar, and we're excited to be uploading our second video, second full-length yoga practice for you to follow along free. If you want to get right into it, I'm going to comment below. Maybe I'll put it in the description of the video. I'll put it in one or the other or both the times which we start the grounding meditation and when we start the moving practice itself. If you want to get right into it, you can fast forward. I just wanted to talk about a couple of things just to be as real and authentic as I can be. I really want these practices to feel as personal as any of my classes that I've done in studios before with students over the past few years. And I just want to be honest and let you know that Oscar and I were here yesterday to film this video, and we didn't get anything done because I was too in my head. I couldn't get past the first 5 minutes. I'd keep making a mistake and wanting to correct what I said, so I'd go to the camera, turn it off, and restart it. And just ended up exhausting myself, and we had to go home. And I've been wondering why I did that, because I've never had an opportunity to rewind or pause or restart in any of my in-studio classes, and every one of them has been an amazing experience because I know that it's genuinely come right from my heart, right out of my mouth. And I don't want these to seem scripted or rehearsed. I want them to be maybe a little raw, but realness is what I'm after. So I wanted to address that. I wanted to be completely honest about how our day was yesterday, because I did want to get this video out a little bit sooner than it's coming, but we're still on target with our once a week goal. The other thing that I wanted to address was the first video itself. I didn't realize until I edited and uploaded and watched it myself that I realized that I had forgot something. And it's something that anyone who's practiced with me in person or in studio would have realized that I had forgot. It's become such a staple to my practices, and I want to share with you the origin of it, because this is something that I would hear all the time from a mentor of mine. Years ago, when I had a favorite yoga instructor, for every class he would recite these 4 lines, and they were always very moving to me. I must have heard it over 100 times before I finally asked him where it was from. And when he told me the story, I knew immediately I'm adopting this, I'm taking this, and I'm going to begin my classes with it because of what it signified. And the origin of this prayer, and that's another thing. When you hear prayer, you may think religion. I'm not a religious person myself, but I do admire the religions. I know all religions have love, and I know that love has no religion. And I see that in the yoga studio when I'm flowing along with friends who are of Christian or Jewish or Muslim faith. This union really brings everyone together. Back to the prayer. This prayer is an ancient Buddhist prayer, and it would be recited by monks as they would enter the temple for a day of meditation. And when that was described to me, them entering the temple, it really hit home. And I felt that the tie between the Buddhists entering the temple and us entering our bodies for this moving meditation was so clear and so similar. And I think it's so fitting to recite before we prepare to get out of our heads into our bodies. Something I really should have done yesterday, to stop overthinking, to get out of the brain into the heart, to think less and to feel more, and to just feel what feels good, and to lean into that, to come back into energy, the language of the universe. So, I got everything off my chest. I think that's most of what I wanted to say. It's not like there's not going to be another video after this one. So we'll continue growing together and getting to know each other more personally. And I want to share as much of as myself with you as I can. Let us prepare for our grounding meditation. We're going to bring ourselves into Shavasana. I'm going to stand up to go start the timer. This is going to be another 60-minute class. And I'll meet you on our mats in our Shavasana. So take your time to land in your Shavasana, your corpse pose, and really embody it as best as you can, being silent, still, relaxing the physical and the mental, just to land here. Feel the support of the earth. Allow that to melt the muscles, and then feel the weight of your bones. Allow the feet to fall to either side of the room. Feel that rotation up the legs, the femur into the hip, creating space. Bring your left hand to your heart, your right hand to your belly. I want you to just practice mindfulness. Let's practice on our mat today and off your mat. I want you to pay attention to the two wolves in your head, battling it out to the death. The light wolf and the dark wolf. The wolf that survives is the one that you feed the most. Just notice the thoughts as they come and go. You can label them light or dark. Feed the ones that feel good. Feed those thoughts. Those thoughts, those feelings, those emotions, those energies. Lean into them. Pay no attention. Pay no energy. anything else. Dedicate this practice to that energy. Feel it beneath your left hand. And stay here, feeling your chest rise and fall as you attract that frequency. And exhale what you can to create more space. Let my heart turn to practice. Let this practice become a path. May this path dissolve confusion. May confusion turn to wisdom. Have a great practice. Flutter your eyes open and take a full body stretch. Reach your arms up over your head, point your toes, and lift your low back up off the mat as you take a deep breath in. And then hug your knees into your chest. And give yourself a tight squeeze. We'll give our left knee a kiss, our right knee a kiss. We'll blow them a kiss if we cannot reach them. And we'll gently rock from the left to the right, keeping the breath calm and keeping the movements as controlled as that breath. We'll start the rocks going forwards and back along the full length of the spine. Your legs can be piked or your knees can be bent. Just enjoy the self-massage. You can take as many or as few rocks as you want. If you want to pause the video and rock for another minute, you do what feels good. Lean into what feels right. Otherwise, we're going to slowly bring ourselves back into stillness. We're going to hug the navel in and breathe into the lungs. We're going to bring our legs into a 90-degree angle, almost as if we were setting up to do some bicycle twists. But we're going to keep breathing into the lungs, hugging the navel in to feel the low back press against the mat. From here, you may stay as you are, focusing on that core, or you may open your arms up over your head, or maybe the legs extend out into a full hollow body pose. And let's stay here with the calm breath for another 3. Last 2. And biggest inhale. And hug your knees into your chest. Let's take a quick happy baby to once again land where we are, where our feet are, where our hands are. Getting out of the anticipation, the analysis. Release the feet, hug the knees into your chest. We'll take a couple of rocks. We'll cross our legs and bring ourselves into child's pose. So take your time bringing yourself into child's pose. We're going to be here for more than a few breaths. So just land in the ebb and flow of the inhales and the exhales. Every inhale is creating length in the energetic body, space between the crown of our head and our tailbone. And every exhale is creating space. Maybe in our physical body, in the hips. As we exhale, hugging the navel in and pulling the bum towards the heels. Maybe in the chest as we fill the lungs. Then allow the shoulders to melt back. Or maybe we're creating space in the mental body. So we let go of something behind the eyes, between the ears. Don't overthink it. Let's just open our mouth in through the nose. Side out. Let's come to a flat back tabletop position. I'm just going to warm up the wrists for a few breaths here. And if you need more time, again, feel free to pause the video to make sure that you're warmed up. You've taken the time to give the wrists the attention, the love they need, to flow that blood, the energy in and through them. And usually we do things on the right first, but for the sake of this video, we're going to, actually, maybe I'll use my fancy editing skills. I'm just going to flip around on my mat. So from our tabletop, we extend our right leg out. The toes are rotated externally. And when we do our cats and camels, so our cats and camels, we want to keep that rotation in the hips with the tailbone pulling back and up towards the sky. We're going to move with our breath as we pull the bum towards the heels and then back forward, feeling that in the right hip flexor, the abductor, feeling the floor with that right razor edge of the foot, connecting to the earth, grounding into both hands, and feeling that support in the core, the activation in the hips. Let's bring that right knee back in. And I'm going to once again use my fancy editing skills. Poof. It's like Hollywood. And now we have our left leg out, toes externally rotated, and we're breathing into the lungs, dropping the belly, and then pulling the bum towards the heels. Moving with breath, nice and controlled, and feeling the support of every cycle of breath. Let's take one more rock here, and we're going to come back to our tabletop position. Just to warm up the spine, we'll go through a couple of cats and camels. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, pull the hips through. Tailbone high. Look to the belly button. Gaze up to the ceiling. Look to the belly button. Hear the connection to breath. Feel the connection to earth. Last big inhale. Get empty. Come to a flat back, and we'll press into down dog. In our first down dog, take your time to pedal out the feet, bending the ankles and the knees. Get rid of any cricks and cracks in the physical body. Any thoughts that don't serve you, just hear the ocean. Wash them away. We get what we believe, and we believe we're a magnet attracting with every inhale and releasing with every exhale. Let's come high onto our toes and bend our knees, walk to the front of the mat, and take a halfway lift and forward fold. Extended mountain pose. Reach all the way up, touch the sky, and forward fold. And take a quick ragdoll here. Grab opposite elbows. If your eyes are open, see the room behind you. Keep pushing the feet into the floor. Feel the energy rise up the hips. Hug the navel in. And from the navel to the crown of the head, surrender. Keep the strength below, the serenity above. So as the lower half works to draw energy up, that energy works for you. As the shoulders drop, the back of the neck becomes long, the head becomes clear. Take your deepest breath in, biggest exhale, take a halfway lift, and hands to the mat, high plank to low plank. Exhale gets you down. New air will lift your up dog, and down dog, push the floor away. From here, come high onto your toes, bend your knees, hop, skip, or float to the front of the mat. Take a halfway lift, forward fold. Extended mountain pose, reach all the way up. Your right hand is going to grab the left wrist. Your left foot will step behind the right. You'll feel the floor with both feet, and you'll pull yourself to the right. Rooting into both legs, drawing energy up. You feel long as you inhale, and as you exhale, you create space. Allow that top shoulder to pull back, to open up the heart, to shine. Reach as far as you can, around and down. Bring the hands to frame that right foot. Press all the weight into the right and float the left leg up to the sky for standing splits. See the back of the room. You want your crown of your head pointing right down to the earth. If you want, you can play with balance, grabbing that right ankle with one or both hands. Keep pushing the floor away. Keep hugging the navel in to fold a little bit deeper. Stay for one more big inhale. And step the feet together. Extended mountain pose, reach all the way up. The left hand will grab the right wrist, and the right foot will step behind the left. Feeling the floor with both feet, so we're drawing energy up through both legs. We breathe that energy up, feeling the length in the right side of the body, feeling the light in the heart, the strength in the core and the space to open up and shine. Let's reach as far as we can, around and then down. Bring the hands to frame the left foot and float that right leg up. So as we push the floor away, we're breathing into that right heel, floating it up like a hot air balloon. Feeling the chest expand as we inhale, and feeling the navel hug in to support that spine. Hugging in as we release and create space to fold a little bit deeper. Let's stay for one more big inhale and step the feet together. Take a halfway lift. Hands to the mat, high to low plank. Exhale into low, up dog, new air. And down dog, push the floor away. On your next inhale, step the right foot forward for warrior one. The inhale lifts you up. The exhale grounds you down. Feel the inhale as you draw that frequency up through the mat, through your hips, into your heart, into those fingertips. Let's exhale into warrior two. Flip your palms reverse and cartwheel the hands to the floor, high plank to low plank. Up dog with new air. And down dog, push the floor away. On your next inhale, step the left foot forward for warrior one. Inhale lifts. Exhale grounds. Long in that right leg. Nice and strong in that left. Let's allow the next exhale to open us up into warrior two. Flip the left palm, reach it up and back, and then cartwheel the hands to the floor, high plank to low plank. Up dog with new air, and down dog, push the floor away. Let's come high onto our toes, bend our knees, float to the front of the mat, and chair pose. Reach up and sink down as low as you can. With every inhale, push the floor away, pull the energy up into the hips, tuck that tailbone under, sink low, Energy into the heart, biceps framing the ears. Last big inhale, and forward fold. Take ragdoll, feet hip width distance apart. Kind thoughts. Supportive breaths. Empowering energy. Take a halfway lift. Hands to the mat. High plank to low plank. Exhale as you lower down. Up dog, new air. And down dog, push the floor away. On your next inhale, step the right foot forward for warrior one. The inhale lifts you up. On your next exhale, we'll open up into warrior two. Flip the palm, reverse the right hand up and back. And we're gonna take a leap of faith into warrior three. Keep pressing the right foot down. And as strong as you're pushing the floor away with that right foot, the left foot is looking for the wall behind. Put its footprint there. Let's bring our hands to our side for airplane. And feel that lift in your chest with every inhale. And bring your hands to your heart center. Option to keep them here as we open the hips and the heart into our half moon. So we can keep the hands at our heart center, or we can open the arms up like wings. Every limb, every digit is a spoke in this wheel. Feel those left toes pulling towards your nose. Left fingertips reaching for the sky, shoulder drawing back. Last big inhale, and we're gonna land back in warrior two. Okay, so that was a spicy run there. Let's not ignore the work that the legs have done, the support the core has provided. Let's land in the ease in the shoulders. Breathe it into the mind. We're going to dance with our breath. Inhale, reach up and lower. Rise. Hear the ocean. Feel the lift. Last big inhale. Flip the palms, reverse your warrior, and cartwheel the hands to the floor. High plank to low plank. Up dog with new air. And down dog, push the floor away. On your next inhale, step the left foot forward for warrior one. The inhale lifts you up. The next exhale is going to open us up into warrior two. We'll flip the left palm, reach it up to reverse your warrior, and then take a leap of faith into our warrior three on the left. So left foot pushing the floor away, pulling energy up that left leg, and then we distribute it to that right heel. It drives back, and those right toes pull forward. Send the energy through your fingertips. Shoot those lightning bolts out in front of you and feel long from those fingers to your right heel. Strong as the navel hugs in to hug that line. Bring the hands to your side for airplane. Keep your eyes locked on one spot in front of your mat to keep you anchored. Bring your hands to your heart center. And let's open up the hips and the heart into our half moon. Don't compare this to the other side. Be here and be now. Feel the support beneath the left leg. Feel the support in the right as the skin hugs the muscles. Muscles hug the bones, those right toes pulling towards your nose and turning up to the sky. Oh, and if you wobble, the breath forgives you right away. Let's come back into warrior two. And again, just notice, be mindful of the wolves. You wobbled, you fell. Starve those out. Flip the left palm up, reverse the warrior. Almost forgot there. We have to dance first. Let's inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower. Rise up. Let's feel the ocean. Feel the connection to breath, to the energy, to everything. Left palm flips, reverse your warrior, and cartwheel your hands to the floor. High plank to low plank. Lower down, up dog with new air, and down dog. Push the floor away. Let's take a quick child's pose, knees to the floor. Out of the head, into the body. I am where my feet are. I am where my hands are. I'm where my lungs are. Taking deep cleansing breaths in. And out. I'm where my mind is. And when I acknowledge and align with gratitude for this strong physical and this strong mental body I get to occupy, I feel more of what I am. Deepest breath in through the nose. Side out. Let's come to tabletop position. You're going to press back into down dog. We're going to do one more sun bee here. On your next inhale, step the right foot forward. So warrior one. Inhale lifts you up. Exhale grounds you down. I don't normally stress squaring the hips very often. I just want you to feel free for the energy to flow up and through you. But for the sake of this pose, I want you to imagine that you're squishing the mat together with your feet. Right foot pulling back, left forward, and feel that same activation in the hips. Now with squared hips, take your hands behind your low back, puff your chest up and fold over those squared hips so that you end up looking right behind you. Right shoulder to the inside of the right knee, and the back of your head facing the front of your mat. Keep the strength in the legs. See that left leg, feel it long and strong. Hug the navel in. Pull the bound fist towards the front of the room to floss out the shoulders. Take your deepest breath in and out. Next inhale will lift you into bound warrior two. So you're still looking over the front of your mat. And your hips and your heart are open to the left side. We're going to bring the weight into the right foot. We're going to keep the mind. We're going to keep the attention and the energy in the left foot, in both hands. Through our entire energetic body, we're going to feel long, light, and bright as we root in to that right foot, pulling the energy up. That left heel and both of those bound fists are pulling to the back of the room. As they pull back, the shoulders draw towards one another. You feel long from the crown of your head to that lifted heel. We'll stay for one more big inhale, and then we'll come back into our warrior two. We'll unbind, flip the right palm up, reach it up to reverse the warrior, and then cartwheel your hands to the floor. High plank to low, up dog with new air, and down dog, push the floor away. Open your mouth in through the nose, side out, creating some space. On the next inhale, step the left foot forward. Warrior one, the inhale lifts. Feel the floor with both feet. Pull the energy up and then hug everything into center. Externally, you're pulling the feet towards one another. Internally, you're hugging the navel in and up. Shoulder blades drawing back to open up the front of the heart. Let's take the hands behind the low back, puff the chest up and fold into our humble warrior. So we really want to feel the duality here. The strength, the confidence. Keep the fight of the warrior in the lower half. Invite the serenity into the upper as you bow down, embodying this humble warrior. Deepest breath in and out. The next inhale will lift you into our bound warrior two. We're going to bring the weight into the left foot. Keep the mind within. Keep all of your energy here in your body. Press the floor away. Pull the energy up. Send it into that right heel. It's looking for the back of the room, and so are those bound fists. They're pulling back and the shoulder blades draw towards one another. If the left foot gets light, you just press it back down and keep that connection firm. And nothing changes the breath. Nothing changes the feeling, the frequency, or the energy. Last big inhale, and then come back into our warrior two. Unbinding and gazing over the left fingertips. Flip the left palm up, reach it up and back to reverse the warrior. And cartwheel the hands to the floor. High to low plank. Up dog with new air. And down dog, push the floor away. Come high onto your toes. Bend your knees. Float into crow pose. We're here for another 5, 4, last 3, last 2, full and complete. Fill the lungs. Hug the navel in as you shoot or float back. Up dog, new air. And down dog, push the floor away. Okay, from our down dog, let's step our feet together. The back of the mat, we'll lift the right leg up to the sky. Keep pushing the floor away with both hands. Bend the knee, stack open the hips. Keep pushing the floor to feel the right knee lift high. Pull the heel towards the bum to open up the hips. Option to stay here or to flip on over into flip dog, wild thing, or maybe full wheel. Last big inhale. And we're going to come on over to high plank and press back into down dog. We're going to balance this out on the other side, feet together at the back of the mat. Lift the left leg up to the sky. Stay here as you root into both hands. Pull the energy up all the way from the wrists to that lifted heel. Then pull the heel towards your bum, bending the knee, and then stack open the hips. Keep pulling the light up through both hands. Feel it long through the spine. Hug the navel in and shine it through the hips. Last big inhale, an option to stay here or to flip on over into a flip dog, a wild thing, or a full wheel pose. Every inhale, pull the energy up through the earth. Every exhale, create the space, feel the lift, feel the strength. Come on over to high plank and down dog. On your next inhale, we're going to lift the right leg up to the sky. Bring that right knee towards the right elbow. Lift it up into the armpit. Slide it down to the wrist. Back up towards the armpit. And then step it through for high crescent lunge. Reach the hands up. What we're going to do here is reverse the bend in our legs. So with our left leg long and our right leg bent, we're going to straighten out that right leg and bring a generous bend into the left knee. The right hand is going to reach back for that left heel, and the left hand is reaching up to the sky, and the heart opening up to the heavens. Last big inhale, and come back to our high crescent lunge. From here, we're going to bring the weight into the right foot, push the floor away as we fly into our eagle. So the right foot pressing into the earth, feeling the support below us, and that left leg hugging the right as tight as we can, feeling the support and the strength that we have. Pull the light up into the heart. Allow those elbows to be in line with the shoulders and those shoulders to draw back. Last big inhale. And we're going to unravel into standing leg raise. Option to grab that left knee, pulling it in towards your chest. Or if you have the space, the mobility, we can reach out, extending that left foot and binding the hand to the toes. From here, let's open up our standing leg raise. Bring the left foot out to the side. Keep rooting into the right, drawing energy up and feeling relaxed and free in the hips, the heart, throat, the mind. Let's bring that left foot back to center, and we're going to switch the grip. So hand the foot off to the right hand and take the left hand to the back for our twisted standing leg raise. Keep pressing the floor away. Keep reaching that left hand back, gazing towards the left hand. Slowly come back to center. Grabbing the foot with both hands. We're going to breathe into the lungs, hug the navel in, pull the hips back, pulling the femur into that hip socket as we bring ourselves down into our pistol squat, bringing the bum gently to the earth. Keep that left leg long. The right leg, we're going to lift it up and step the foot to the outside of the left leg. Option one is to stay in this grounding position for a few breaths to restore and to reset. The left hand roots into the earth. We breathe in to get long, and as we exhale, the core hugs in to feel that strength, and the right elbow presses against that right knee. Leverage for you to twist and deepen that stretch. If we want to play with a fun arm balance, we're going to turn the right toes and the left fingers to the left side of the mat. We're going to take our right hand to the left foot, bind, bring the weight into the fingertips and the toe tips. Point the crown of your head forward, breathe into the lungs, hug the navel in to pull up and create that upward lift in the hips. Stay for 3, twisting or floating. Last big inhale, and let's come back down onto our bum. We're going to hug our knees into our chest, rock and roll forwards. We're going to plant the feet down, scrub the feet out to engage the hamstrings and the glutes to lift us up. We'll fold forward, take a halfway lift, and hands to the mat. High to low plank, exhaling down, inhaling into up dog. And down dog, push the floor away. On our next inhale, lift the left leg up to the sky. Bring that left knee towards the left armpit. Slide it down to the wrist. Back towards the armpit. Back down. Up one more time. And then step it through for high crescent lunge. And feel the floor with both feet. Don't get ahead of yourself. We're just here. Breathing in. Releasing. Now, begin to straighten out that left leg. Invite the bend into the right knee. You can take the left hand to the right glute. Take it down the hammy, maybe tippy toes towards that right heel. Keep feeling the floor with both feet, hugging the navel into support, allowing the heart to shine up to the sky. Last big inhale, and come back into our high crescent lunge. So we're feeling the floor with both feet. We're going to bring the weight into the left, get light in the right as it floats up into our eagle. So feeling the support beneath the left leg, feeling the strength in that right, pulling the light up to find length in the spine, creating space in the chest to allow the light to shine through the heart. And last big inhale, and we're going to unravel. Whoa, standing leg raise, pulling that right knee in towards the chest, or maybe extending the leg out to grab the foot. We're going to exhale, opening up our standing leg raise. You can take the left hand out and take your eye gaze to the side, or keep it locked in front of you. And try to keep it anchored in one spot. We'll slowly bring that right foot back to center. We'll hand it off to the left hand and take the right hand to the back for our twisted standing leg raise. Keep rooting into the earth, pushing that left foot down, and feel the energy as it flows through every limb, every digit becoming electrified. Come back to center. Find that foot with both hands. Keep the heel driving towards the front, the femur pulling back. Breathe into the lungs. Hug the navel in as you pull the hips back, bringing the weight into that grounded heel. Slowly bring that bum to the floor. Right leg is extended out. We're going to lift the left foot up, step it to the outside of the right foot. I think I may do some editing and switch around on my mat so that you can see a bit better. So option to place the right hand behind to find length, left elbow to left knee for leverage to twist so you have something to push against, or we're going to turn the right fingers, the left toes to face the side of the mat. Find our free hand, the left one in this case, to the right foot. Focus on breathing only into the lungs, keeping the navel hugging in. Lean into the fingertips. Make sure that we're pointing the crown of our head forward, not down. We want the spine, the energetic body parallel to the earth below. Stay for 2. Last big inhale. And slowly lower back onto your bum. I'm going to switch around back to the front of the mat. So we're now back at the front of the mat. And we're going to be moving from here into down dog. So you can do it just like we did last time, rocking into a chair, bringing the hands to the floor, and walking the feet to the back. Or we can try this, which is one of my favorite poses in transitions. It's called spinning wheel pose. If you have a bun at the top of your head, I would suggest taking it down to where my ponytail is so that nothing causes us to rock onto side to side. We're going to make sure that we have plow already in our practice. If we can touch the toes to the floor while hugging the navel in and pointing the tailbone to the back. And if we have strength to do crow, we have the strength to do this. We're going to use our breath and a little bit of momentum to our advantage as the hands come behind the shoulders, thumbs facing in towards the ears. We'll use a little bit of upper body strength to get us over that hump. So we're meeting in down dog. Let's bring your thumbs together so that your hands are touching at the front of the mat. Step the right foot through to high lizard. We're going to reach the right hand up to the sky, feeling long from the crown of the head to that lifted heel, and then bring that right hand down to the floor. Bring that left knee to the mat, open up the right hip. The right hand can place on the inside of that right knee, or we can take the right hand to that left foot as we bend the left knee, gazing over that right shoulder as we pull the heel towards the bum. Let's slowly come back into our high lizard. And from here, we're going to drop that left heel down and pivot the right foot so that we come into surfer's pose. From surfers, we're going to bring our hands to the floor and we're going to set up for a pose that's a combination of surfers and crow. So regardless if you have crow in your practice, try this on because it's much more grounded. It may give you the feeling of what we need to activate in the core to create that lift in the hips. So hands are hip width distance apart, fingers up towards the edge of the mat. Bring that right knee into the armpit, maybe onto your elbow, or maybe hugging the meaty part of your tricep. Bring the weight into the fingertips. Fill the lungs with air, hug the navel in. Pull that right heel towards your bum. And then we have the option to take the left hand up behind the low back. Stay for another full cycle of breath. And then come back to our surfers. We're going to pivot back into our high lizard and step that right foot back. We're meeting in down dog with our thumbs touching at the front of the mat. Step the left foot forward into high lizard. Feel active in the hips as both feet are pressing into the earth, trying to squish the mat together. We're going to lift the left hand up to the sky, lighting that light out from the heart. Last big inhale. And bring that left hand down. We'll drop the right knee to the floor and open up the hips. Pressing the left hand into the left knee, or maybe taking that left hand to the right foot. As you pull that heel towards the bum, gaze further over the left shoulder, keep pushing the right hand into the mat. And we'll release, coming back into our high lizard. From here, we're going to bring that right heel down, toes up to the sky, coming into our surfers on the left. Once again, I'll switch around so you can see me. So we have our hands about hip width distance apart. They're at the front of the edge of the side of our mat. That left knee is coming into the armpit. Maybe it's resting on the elbow, or maybe it's hugging in, squeezing the meaty part of the tricep. Bring the weight forward, stay connected in the razor edge of that right foot as the left heel pulls up towards your bum. Keep the navel hugging in, tailbone tucking down, and the right hand can come up behind the low back. Stay here for 3, 2, and 1. Coming back into our surfer's lunge and back into our high lizard. We're going to step the left foot back. We're in down dog. Lift the right leg up. Step the right foot behind the left wrist. And we're coming into pigeon. Right shin parallel to the front of the mat. Left leg nice and long. Just slowing it all down. The breath. The heart rate. And the thoughts. And slowly roll onto the right bum cheek. Swing the left leg around. We're going to reach the hands up and fold towards that left foot for a few very intentional breaths, feeling length, creating space, feeling the flow of energy in, the support, and feeling the release. Slowly come up to a vertical spine, right hand behind your hips. Press into the right hand, the right knee, and the left foot. Feel the energy lift you up. The hips light, the spine long, the heart shining, and slowly lower down onto your bum. We're going to set up for our pigeon on the left. So just bring the left shin parallel, or as parallel as you can get it, to the front of the mat. Extend the right leg to the back. And find the expression of the pose that you can breathe comfortably. I want to make sure that we're breathing in frequency that feels good. And if you find yourself breathing in something that doesn't, don't allow that thought to trigger another negative thought. How could you think that? How could you breathe that in? Just forgive it. We're not the thoughts. We get to choose which ones stay in this temple, in this heart. Slowly roll onto the left bum cheek and swing the right leg around. Reach the hands up as you lengthen the spine, hug the navel in and fold. Just melt. Keep the connection beneath your sits bones to the earth. Your connection to deep, steady breaths in and out. Connection to our supportive belief systems. Slowly come up to a vertical spine. Left hand behind the hips. Press into that left hand, the left knee, and the right foot. Feel the energy lift you up and just be free in the hips, the heart, flow. Just allow that energy to flow through the earth, up to the heavens, up to your friends, all the other stars. Or a star wrapped in skin. Slowly lower down onto your bum. We're going to take one more forward fold. Legs can be extended in front of you. Legs can be crossed. Maybe seated butterfly. Going to straddle, and we're going to take a few very intentional breaths, landing in the abundance that is here and now, not feeling rushed. The smallest moment has eternity within it. What's available here? What can we let go of now? And slowly walk your hands up towards your center line. Lay down onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Let those knees drop over to the right. Keep the shoulders connected to the earth as you gaze over your left shoulder. The right hand can be placed on top of the left knee. Try not to push or pull. Just allow that limb to be a little extra weight. The gravity, your breath to work with. And slowly bring those knees back to center and then just allow them to drop over to the left. As you look over your right shoulder, again, left hand can go on top of the right knee. And as you breathe into the bones, feel them light. As you exhale, feel them heavy. That air leaves and the muscles melt. Slowly come back to center. Hug your knees into your chest. Once again, give your left knee a kiss and your right knee a kiss. If you can't reach them, blow them a kiss. And we're going to take waterfall. Feet up to the sky, hands up to the sky. Just softening, melting all that we can. Being present to all that is here and now. Dropping the analysis of the past, the anticipation of the future. Just feeling, experiencing, tingling, buzzing, pulsing, just permitting all of that energy and blood to cascade down these waterfalls from the tips of your toes and your fingers into your energetic body, into your heart. Slowly bend your knees, bring your feet to the floor, and we're going to prepare for Shavasana. And want to demonstrate the importance of relaxing both your body and your mind. As I transfer energy from myself into these sticks and into these bowls, the energy causes them to vibrate and to sing until I pinch them, until I place attention upon them, and it restricts them, vibrating and singing. So, because we've aligned with a feeling, a frequency, and an energy at the beginning of this practice, and we've been cultivating that energy, I want you to relax every body that you're occupying, your physical, your mental. Allow them to be completely at ease so that energy can enter, so that energy can fill your heart with song. Just like those bowls, it'll sing, projecting your essence out into the world around you. Those emotions, those energies, peace, joy, love. Slowly begin to wake up your body. Some gentle movements, wiggle your fingers and your toes. Roll out your wrists and your ankles. And when you're ready, take a full body stretch. It's like at the beginning of class, point your toes, hands overhead, lift your low back up off the mat. So you take your deepest breath in, and then hug your knees into your chest, and then gently roll onto either side, left or right, for a fetal position. Just taking a moment to soak it all up. The significance of the pose, your fresh start, your new life, and the energy that it's built up of. With your eyes closed, take your time to press yourself up into a seat. Take your time. I want you to feel comfortable in your seat. Your legs can be crossed or extended. I want you to feel grounded, supported, connected. I want you to feel seen. Whether you're in a room by yourself, you're flowing along with a friend whose eyes are also closed. I want you to know that your light is felt. I want you to know your energy is appreciated. Bring your hands to your heart center. Take a deep cleansing breath in and out. We'll seal with one Om today. Breathe in. Bring your thumbs to your third eye. May you have kind thoughts. Bring your thumbs to your lips. May you have kind words. And bring your thumbs to your heart. May you be open to give and receive always. Come back to your third eye. The light in me acknowledges the light in you. Let's bow to each other and say namaste. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the second full-length yoga practice from Oscar and I here at No Limits Health and Wellness. We'll continue uploading one class a week for free, full 60-minute sequences, and I look forward to seeing you then. Have a great day and keep the energy with you.